So this is the new Earfun Air Pro 4, and honestly these earbuds are the perfect example of what a mid-segment TWS earbud should be like. I genuinely feel that brands like Realme and OnePlus need to take some serious inspiration from this earbud for their next upgraded variant. The difference between this one and its last variant, the Earfun Air Pro 3, which I reviewed last year, the upgrade is massive, noticeable. It's offered more feature compared to the last variant, and there is a quite improvement in the sound quality as well. And let me tell you, not many brand to manage pull this off. It's not just about the previous variant. When you look at the other competitor around 7,000 to under 10,000 rupees, this one still stand out by offering way more features. Now, whether its sound quality is better than its competitor or not, well, you will find the end of this video. But straight out of the box, it comes back with tons of promises. For example, you will get high-res audio support with Qualcomm Advanced FTX lossless codec. Now, how well it's actually work on this earbud is something we will discuss in the detail. But as of now, this might be the only earbud under 10,000 rupees in the Indian market that offer FTX lossless support. On the top of that, it also supports LDAC codec, which is another big deal. And that's not all. You get up to 50 dB adaptive ANC, wireless charging, Google Fast Pair, wear detection, custom equalizer setting with 10 plus audio mode, dual device pairing, low latency gaming mode, and so much more. Plus, it also comes with next generation LE low energy audio featuring LC3 codec and Auracast support. Now that's something super rare to find in this price range. We'll go into the more detail about all these features along with pros and cons. So let's break it all down in the Earfun Air Pro 4 earbud detailed review. Design wise, these earbuds are quite simple, nothing out of the box. They look like most other TWS earbuds in the market. There's not much of the design change compared to the previous variant, but they are definitely a bit on the thicker side. That said, the overall design is clean and classy. This one is a black variant, but there is also white option available, which is honestly look more flashy and stylish if you are into that. The charging case is a compact and super easy to carry for daily use. The build quality is also feels solid. It has a strong durable vibe on it, and I think that's the one of the reason why the earbud feel more premium when you hold it. One little detail that caught my eye is a small white LED light inside the charging case on the both sides. The lights turn on for the few seconds when you open the lid, which look really cool, especially in the dark. However, they only light up when the earbuds are inside the case. If they work even when the charging case is empty, that might have the practical use during the night time. Coming to the comfort, these earbuds do look bit bulky at first impression, but they are surprisingly lightweight and very comfortable to wear. In fact, I do go as far to say this is one of the most comfortable earbuds you can find in this price range. I've used them at least 2-3 hours straight and multiple times, and not once did I feel any irritation or discomfort. Using them is also pretty seamless. The touch controls are clearly marked, making them easy to use, and they are responsive as well. Plus, you can easily customize this control through the application, which is always a nice touch. Oh, and let's not forget the IPX5 waterproof rating, which means these are the fully protected against the water and thus perfect for workout and daily use. So in terms of user experience, Earfun Air Pro 4 does a great job balancing design, comfort, and functionality. Alright, so while the external design of this earbud is simple, it's what inside is really stand out. Starting with the basics, you get a Bluetooth 5.4 for the connectivity, which is the latest and work flawlessly. It connects super quickly with both Android and iOS device, and yes, you also get a fast pair, Google Fast Pair support with similar setup and dual pairing support as well. So you can easily switch between two devices without any hassle. Now coming to the audio codec, there is where it gets more exciting. Along with the usual SBC and AAC codec, this earbud support high-res audio with both FTX lossless and LDAC codec support. This means they can cover most Android device easily. Sorry for the iOS user. If you are wondering which codec is better, it really depends on your device. LDAC is great, but if your device support FTX lossless, I'd highly recommend to using it for the best audio experience. What even better is that encounter any issues with FTX lossless, as it obviously have the compatibility problem with some Android devices. The app give you the option to disable and switch to the regular FTX, which is the very thoughtful addition. On the top of that, this earbud also support a low energy audio with HC3 codec, which is a pretty cutting edge technology now, considering the already we have FTX and LDAC, so you probably won't use LC3 much, but in inclusion show the how feature ready this earbud are. One the cool thing about LE audio is that it enables the Auracast, a feature that I think lots of people will find useful. Imagine you are on the group trip, traveling with friend on the flight, or even in the business conference. Auracast lets you share the audio with multiple people seamlessly. It's pretty niche feature right now, but it could come in handy in such a scenario. So yes, while the design may be the simple, the tech inside the Earfun Air Pro is anything but basic. It's packed with thoughtful and advanced features. Now let's dive into the ANC performance. In the previous model, the Air Pro 3, the ANC wasn't all that impressive, but this time it's taken a massive leap forward. The ANC on this earbud is genuinely solid, and while it can't, we can't compare this with like Apple AirPod 3 because the price gap is very huge. But for this price range, it's absolutely top notch. It supports up to 50 dB ANC, which is quite impressive. There are 5 ANC mode to choose from, and out of this, the strong ANC mode is the one that stand out most. It's the most powerful option, and during the testing, is managed to block out approximately 70% of external noise, make it super effective in the non-noisy environment like buses and flight. The other modes work decently well, but for me, the strong ANC was the most practical and reliable. I also tested the wind noise cancellation mode and surprised it worked quite effectively. It cut down the wind noise to the good extent, which is the great if you are walking or cycling outdoor. For the ambient sound, there are 2 modes available, and I found the natural mode to be the better of the 2. But ANC is just a one part of the story. Apart from that, this earbud pack lots of other handy features. For gamers, there are also a low latency gaming mode. And although I'm not much into the mobile gaming, but I tested out to see how it performed. Thanks to the FTX and latest Bluetooth 5.4, the latency is almost non-existent. Even the fast-paced games, there is no noticeable lag, making these earbuds are a solid choice for the gaming at this price point. Now coming to the microphone performance, it's a decent overall. There are 6 microphones in total paired with CVC 8.0 noise cancellation technology. I've tested in the both environment, indoor and outdoor, and here what I observed. Let's check the demo. Currently I'm testing in the indoor use, and the microphone work great. It picks up your voice very accurately and it sounds very clear and natural. In outdoor use, it does reduce the background noise to some extent, but a little bit of ambient noise still makes its way through. But honestly, that's expected in most earbud at this price point. One feature I found interesting is the ability to switch the microphone input between the left and right earbud via the application. It's a small but thought out addition that add a bit more flexibility to overall the experience. So when it comes to the ANC and other features and microphone quality, this earbud really pack a punch for what you are paying. Let's talk about the battery backup, which is the decent overall. Now, I won't get into the company's claim because those numbers are often ideal scenarios. Based on my 1 week of the testing here, what you can really expect. If you're using the ANC on and streaming audio with FTX and LDAC enabled, you will get around 3 to 4 hours of playback time per charge. If you switch ANC off, the playback time extend to approximate 6 hours. It might be sound a little low at first, but trust me, this is the pretty average for the earbud with such advanced features. Most earbud in this segment don't exceed this range, and including the charging case, you can get approximate total playback time of 30 to 35 hours, which is more than enough for the daily use. Another plus is the support for the USB Type-C fast charging. So even if you run out of the juice, you can get back up to running battery pretty quickly. And the cherry on the top is the wireless charging. It's rare to find the wireless charging support in the earbud under this price range. And I think this might be the only one right now in this price range that offering wireless charging. It's a super convenient feature and it's add to bit more premium feel to this earbud. Let's talk about the sound quality, which is where the earbud really shine. Overall, the sound is impressive, especially considering the price range. The previous variant had a sound stage that feel little bit more narrow, but this one has much wider sound stage, and you would definitely be impressed by how expensive it sounds at such a low price. The channel balance is also solid. You can easily recognize the left-right audio channel without any issue. The app provides plenty of customization options like custom equalizer and several preset audio mode. There are tons of preset to choose from, and I have to say this UI of the app is really cool and easy to use. Probably the one of the best I've used with any earbud. I tried several modes and I like most of things. While some people may prefer the custom equalizer setting, the preset work pretty well for the general listening or general user. For this review, I mostly stuck with the default and natural mode. Now diving into the detail of the sound quality, the low, mid and high frequencies are well balanced. Nothing feel overpowered, and the low end bass doesn't overwhelm the other element and sound, which give the oral tuning a natural feel. The bass is enjoyable with good low end response. However, the high bass can feel a little bit flat on certain tracks. There are a bit less punch, but you can fix this with the bass mode in the application. So if you are a bass lover, then don't worry, the bass still hold up really well. I also noticed something interesting. Without ANC, the bass response feel bit flat, but once the ANC is on, the bass feel much more solid. So it's not a huge downside. as this is a common trait with many earbuds. So okay, so mids are practically impressive. There are lots of space and the detail and texture are spot on, especially when it comes to the higher vocal. The voice of female singer come through clearly and well represented. While the mids instrument have a good detail, I feel like they lack little bit of space somewhere. But this is easily adjustable with application equalizer. As for the high, the detail is there and they are not overly sharp or you will not feel any harsh. You might notice a slight lack of sharpness in the treble and certain music tracks, but again, the equalizer can adjust this if needed. Overall, there are just a couple of small drawbacks in the audio quality, but that's to be the expected. There is no such a thing as a perfect audio product. The key takeaways here is that the sound quality is enjoyable, and I think it suits most of the people. There are so many options to tweak the sound that you will easily find the tuning that work best for you. Now, if we talk about the comparison, there are lots of better options around 7,000 rupees price point, but there are quite few choices under 10,000 rupees in Indian market. For about 5,000 rupees, you have an option like OnePlus Buds 3, Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro, and Realme Air 6 Pro. But this is a definitely solid upgrade to all over this, and spending extra 2,000 rupees on this is totally worth it. If we took up the same price range, there are a couple of other good options like Nothing Air 2024 variant, OnePlus Buds 3 Pro, Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and JBL Live Pro 2. These are all the great options, and the new OnePlus Buds 3 really impressed me, but they are priced around 11,000 rupees right now, which makes them a little bit more expensive. So to sum it up, I think the Earfun Air Pro 4 hand down the best option under 10,000 rupees right now. With all the features, options, and the quality you are getting, it's hard to beat. It definitely recommend to buying this. So that's my review for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. You will find the link of this product and my other recommended earbuds in the description below, or I also tagged them on the YouTube product, so you can check on the screen as well. Feel free to check them out, and I will see you in the next video.